PRX are almost like a fireball. Like the more they consume, the more terrifying they get, and that's what we've seen throughout the few days. And there's been some underperformers on the other side. I hate to say it, but I think Meadow's been the worst performing player in the tournament so far, which is a terrifying prospect because he's normally not only a rock for them, he's also pretty damn clutch.
Yeah, Meadow is a huge player, and it has been underwhelming in this tournament. I think he'll be feeling that as well coming into today, and that can play one of two ways, right? It's either going to be the fire lid under him, the motivation to show and put everything that he's got on the table, or it's the pressure that starts to really crack when a couple rounds don't go your way and things don't get off to a great start. Only time will tell, but G2, I mean, we know these guys for always being able to keep a positive mental. Not like PRX are going to be any different.
No, for sure.
A cameraman on their side.
Yeah, of course. They're even... are they hiring the staff, or are they becoming the staff? It's hard to tell at this point. The people
he's just
almost running the show in the background is brilliant.
He's getting Cypher practicing, man, before the game, you know?
You go. There you go. He's going to be on the cams here, but... Oh, Vova almost caught out. This is the problem of playing against Forsaken. He is so quick on those battles, runs out of bullets for it, but they managed to get the control nonetheless. Wall in to give them that extra chance to plant, and now the rotation coming through, but never mind. UK's denied.
And they're watching the rope as well. Hoodie more than ready for that play to come through. PRX numbers are thinning out. Mind Freak is even being watched for on the way behind. He'll at least get one, but there's the double peek to deal with him. And 10 seconds on the clock. Getting a plant would be tough, and with a bullet in the head.
Run down mid. That's 2020 style, and Jinx managed to bring it back going into this tournament. I think his Reyna has like 280 ACS or something absurd. Yeah. Not on it here, but he's also been damn solid when it comes to the Rays.
Yeah, and it's not just about the fact that he's playing aggressive, running it up. It's not blind aggression. There's always a plan behind it. The utility usage, we said, like...
It's blind sometimes.
Well, it is, yeah. You know what, more often than not, though, his opponents are blind, because those leers that he was putting in to cover the likes of a Sova Dart and stuff over on Haven were nuts. Benkai's gone down right away. This is an eco out of PRX, and even that wall is going to keep them back for quite a while. Yeah, the chances of getting a few kills here not very high, and that's probably not a duel you'd normally want to take if you're Hoodie.
Yeah, like against the classic, a gun that we've already seen. So was it Marv on this map getting one of the most absurd jumping right clicks I've ever seen? But hey,
that we always talk about. It really feels like they just don't exist anymore.
Yeah, we got to start saying regions.
Yeah, just all the regions. And that's the way I like it, though. As they were saying earlier, Lauren saying, you know, it's that extra bit of spice put in there, and Jess was saying on the desk as well, right? It's so much nicer to have representation from all these different regions and different play styles as well. I mean, I don't know many people that play this game like Jing and Forsaken when it comes to pace. This time it's a little bit more contained, but they are up against a very low buy, so obviously you want to take it slower.
Yeah, Forsaken's always going to be a man to watch. In his matches so far, he's been involved in 44% of opening duels, and you can see he's about to try and get involved in another. I will say he's got the highest first kills and first deaths in the entire tournament, which I think that pretty much points to how he's going to play this game, but not in this round. It's Hoodie to kick things off. Bear in mind it is a bonus, so it would be huge if G2 were able to take this one over the line, but with Mixwell already gone, they all go swinging. The trades actually aren't bad into a 2 versus 2 scenario, and with the spike down, PRX have to move.
Spike down, Benkai already tagged at 49 HP, and with Divide gone, he won't get healed up. They've got to go through this window that Nuki is holding, and he's more than ready for it. Look at the off angle, the Spectre garnering an advantage because of that. And with just 50 HP left, well, I think Benkai's going to have a very easy time. The headshots need to be connected. He's got 15 seconds, and Nuki was waiting for him to emerge.
Put Benkai into that awkward position. The other terrifying prospect is that Nuki's off to a flying start. Now, he can't beat it. And if you're on PRX, that's something you really have to be careful of, because you have star players, but if Nuki hits his peak, I don't know if there's anyone who can beat him.
Yeah, this guy, I mean, he really can't snowball into a game, right? As soon as he comes in with confidence, their win rate goes up massively over on the G2 side, and already being able to build up quite a number of rounds. Showstopper online to try and recover any sort of slip-up that could come through, and obviously up against Sheriffs, always be scary. We saw what the Stinger could do earlier on, and Jing's going to be coming up close with it, already taking quite a tag from the first blast pack. The second going off just now, down to 36 HP.
Yeah, they haven't managed to close in any of the players, though. You can see that G2 are more than happy to just fall off of these angles, go back into more passive spots, and while the timing of Mixwell couldn't be much better, It will be a nice kill coming in for Benkai, though. They also isolate a player at the back of site, but Mixwell's
picked up the operator to start with here, Tom, and that's going to be glass cannon. He can't afford any shields with it. That's a fairly big investment early on, but it could be a difference maker.
Gonna sit a bit more still, wait for someone to try and aggress onto him, but he is very happy to try and challenge and take some of these more aggressive positions. They use him as an entry fragger still, and he is ready to try and fight versus Mixwell. Now, obviously, Mixwell can take that more, well, I guess, wider swing because of the ability he's got in the rendezvous.
Yeah, instantly over towards screens. Stacked up for another shot out of that operator, but he's going to be blocked off by the cages coming over, buying a little bit of space for Forsaken to start to duel about. He'll look to see if he can just catch them peeking. And actually, Meadows walking up this alley, he could be in a lot of trouble if he swings into this. The op is holding for him to do that. We're going to see the utility come in first, whether it's a stun or a flash. Seems Meadows quite conscious of it, but if he makes that little mistake, the A site could be in so much trouble. The rest of the team on PRX can still make a split through vents if they want. They've got a player outside B. A whole bunch of options for them here, and it's slow through the A site.
It's a bit dangerous. Okay, eventually Mixwell's going to start looking back in that direction because it's somewhere that's not been covered at all, but
30 seconds
take
left.
that control. The problem is the time. They're just not being given anything at the moment by G2. So passive in their positioning, but they're wrapping him from behind. It doesn't matter though. Forsaken's already got the kill, and now Meadow is left alone on the back of the site, trying to hold this off versus almost the entirety of the squad. He manages to get the first, but quickly traded out. The patience of PRX is rewarded, and now the remainder are trying to rotate in.
Yeah, it's a very brave play to pump the brakes like that and really try to maneuver G2 around, but it worked out. The absence of any sort of mid-control and getting a little bit surprised by that blitz through. Now all they have to do is hold on. Showstopper from Nukia, though, going to be popped to try and find some sort of an advantage. Knows where Forsaken is, but the shot is too quick. The reveal in the alley. Benkai's not able to convert, but it doesn't seem to matter. Forsaken's in with a triple. The round is secured, and PRX finally get their first.
The flank of Mixwell, so when he gave up that control, the rest of the players were able to walk through that without any trouble at all. So normally you'd either have someone watching in that direction, or you'd have a trap. Just something to give you that little bit of information, but instead, it was a big hole in the defense, and I'd be very surprised if that's something that's left open again.
We're starting it with Mixwell getting very aggressive, taking the orb. That's a tour de force online. Oh, sorry, it's Meadow. What am I talking about? No, it was Mixwell. He TP'd instantly. Jesus.
He's so quick,
fast,
he even
man.
bamboozled you.
He gets it and instantly goes. That's what we were talking, though, about, Jet with early aggression. If you're in that position, dashing back's kind of tough, but now he's got a tour de force. He was able to get out safely. Now he can reset into this round and play the position that he normally does with an operator. The only thing is that you've had a player sneak into the corner. Forsaken is very close to him, and because he's moved his trap over towards Vents to cover for that push that came in previously, he has to stay around here a little bit more and try to duel for the ramp control.
Well, yeah, this time if they try and push through his flank, there is going to be notice. So they won't be able to get that same sort of space, even going to get slowed down for it. But he'll take the kill and still get away. Forsaken down, as said, they use him basically as the can opener. Someone to get them started, and instead Mixwell's repositioning. He's ready, but he doesn't manage to connect the shot as they look to clear him out of position.
A few seconds left before he can use his TP again, and actually the other anchors up top, he'd have to pull it back. Instead, he's just going to reposition in towards screens. Meanwhile, Nukia's maintaining control over Heaven, actually taking it back altogether. And then they get the one right into Mixwell. He's able to take himself kill after kill with 2 players remaining, 20 seconds, and a stacked up base site. It doesn't look like PRX have too much of a chance in this round. Mind Freak could maybe try to get to B, but he doesn't even have his ulti online, just the one away, and you know that you'd be dead anyways. There's going to be a player lurking on that side of the map. That's another round for G2, and a very good bounce back. They haven't even had to use a lot of the ultis that they had in play, only that tour de force to start with, and I think they got good enough value out of it.
Them actually having a buy into this round, but incredible stuff from Mixwell. Just able to shut down Forsaken early, get a collateral as they swing back through, and honestly, the pace that's currently coming in is starting to worry me a bit. But to pick up the pace a little bit, like straight off the bat. Oh, it's actually Meadow who takes the brunt. They switched the defensive setup ready for this, but it didn't even seem to matter too much. already an early trade. Avova, he's teleported behind them. He's used that from the shadows to go straight into the spawn. We've gone back to the beta days, that's for sure, but again, it's only traded out.
Yeah, we're starting to see it more and more. Teams are just maybe a little bit too used to it being a rotational. Oh, Hoodie! They've lined up for him. A quick double. I think even the collateral onto Mindfreak. Oh, that's horrible. Bankai left with practically no chance here. He's about to be swung by Mixwell. He's taking him down. That's at least a chance for PRX here for Bankai in the clutch, but Hoodie, ever vigilant on the corner, gets a 6th round for G2. Able to get out because of his anchor, as you'll see here.
If you're meta there, you're just like, screw you.
Couldn't hit that shot, Mixwell, no?
You get to disappear and I have to take the bullet. I guess he did technically get rezzed and then